going on? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Classmate Podcast. We are on episode say number 11, double ones. We can say that we are in double digits. We have kept this thing rocking and rolling. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all and just continue to support. Um just loving what we get right now, man. And just coming with some banging content and just finding different things and being able to connect and people actually hitting us up or I can say people have been hitting me up. I'm pretty sure they've been hitting you up as far as the connections that we've been making. So it's been a beautiful thing, man. And I am your host, Mr. A Rod Go Hard, and this is
KB, Yanti.
I can't stand that fucking lady, man.
But look, I like and dislike her. Is it? I have this love hate thing.
I mean, it's a certain time for me. I feel like it's a certain time where like just gotta let a little bit of the ratchet go, and she
She's
refuses.
full out.
Yeah, she refuses. I saw it's like when you say that, it made me think of a video where she actually called down to the prison over there in Button to talk about y'all better not be trying to do nothing.
Yes.
That gave me a little chuckle when I'm like, shit, you
She
still too ratchet, boy.
wow.
You
She
still too ratchet,
wow.
man. Shit is
Too
crazy.
ratchet. She did a vibrator unboxing
I saw
on
that
a
too, the
live.
little lipstick thing. Oh my god,
She was like,
man.
I know you playing with me. I know y'all playing.
Yo, it's just that I guess I gotta change up my algorithms, man.
For real.
I might need to change my algorithms up. But on another note, how you feeling, KB? What's going on with you?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
That's what's up, man. Um, I can say I'm feeling motivated to be totally honest, man. I got a beautiful award this past weekend from an organization called the Bridge for Political Activism.
It's
So that was
dope.
very that was very cool, man. My cousin just told me to make sure I was there at 3:30. I kind of figured I'm like, okay, it gotta be for something, but I didn't know it was gonna be for that. And it almost brought me to tears, man.
Wow.
Like just to know, just to be like I don't do anything for accolades. I do want to let people know that I don't do anything to get a award or to be rewarded for it. I do it just because that's what I'm called here to do. But just to get recognized for the work that you have been doing and what you can want to continue to do, like it was a beautiful thing, man. So just want to shout out the bridge, shout out my cousin Bobette Thorpe. You know what I'm saying? You're doing some beautiful things. Just keep on, continue to grow, and just bringing some beautiful events and beautiful things and beautiful culture to our city and our
That's
town,
what's
man. So
up.
I love that. Love that. So what we're going to be talking about today is somewhat of a sensitive and touchy subject. We're going to talk about dating and how things have changed in dating, how we approach dating, and some of the things that are being done in relationships that just seem so crazy. Like my dog was saying, like it seems like we're in a different universe. We're in a different time pattern. So, um, I had a crazy situation happen to me the other day.
Insert lie.
I mean, it's something. It's really something to unpack, man. Like this woman asked me out, and in my point of view, I feel like if you take the notion or you have the motivations to actually ask somebody to do something, like it's a level of expectation that comes along with that.
Mhm.
Like if you told me to come to you, you told me you were going to take me out to have a good time. I'm expecting it to be just that. And I'm not expecting it to have to come out my pocket, but so much for you showing me a good time.
Right.
But when the bill came,
Dun, dun,
when the
dun.
bill came, this woman looks at me like, are you going to handle this? What I want to say, I won't say that. But B word, what? Are you serious right now? I'm like, me being me, I just wanted to. You sometimes you just want to test the waters. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I was like, can you split it? You know what?
Ooh.
You know what? I'm gonna pay for
Don't
it.
worry
I'll
about it.
take care
Don't
of it.
worry
I
about it.
got it. I got it. And a lot of people like you. You're a whole lot nicer than me. And I'll say this: if I can pay to not have a detrimental entitled person around me, I'll pay for that. Like it's okay. And I went into it, like I said, she was very, very cool within our conversating and everything like that. Everything seemed like it was fine. And one of my dogs said this, she like, you should have picked up on a sign. And
Okay.
once I thought about it, I'm like, it was one.
What was
Because
the red flag? What
so
was the
listen, I'm like, it took me a little while to figure it out. But I figured it out. So the first time that we actually had like a conversation where like we were like a deep dive type conversation, like she was moving out. I'm moving into my place and she was moving out. So um she was like, I would really love a drink right now, but I'm kind of busy.
Mhm.
I'm like, I get that. I was off work, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have anything to do. She was like, do you mind going to get a bottle of champagne? I'm cool with that, you know what I'm saying? And then what I didn't think about it until like I had to actually process this situation. When I gave it to her, she was like, "Oh, you didn't get you anything?" And that it didn't bother me until yesterday when my friend told me, you know what I'm saying, it was a sign. I'm like, I couldn't pick up one, I couldn't figure out one, but like that was it right there.
Okay.
That was it right there.
I could see that. Yeah. It was already giving
Gimme vibes, right? Yeah. But what what I really felt was going on in the situation was, okay, you've done something for me, so now let me do something for you. Like I'm not coming to outside, but like if you were willing to come to me, you know what I'm saying, I'll do something for you. That's what I was. That's the motivation of the thought that I was going into it with. Like, but I didn't see that. I didn't think of that first situation as being a sign. But now I can actually put that together as far as like what that was. But like my thing is like, why is it? My question that I've been battling with for the last couple of days is it me?
Mhm.
Do I give off like giver? Do I give off like I can get over on him? Do I get all? Do I give off like simp?
I don't think so. But how long is this? How long have you known that
Like I
woman?
said, it ain't been that long of a situation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Probably about a couple weeks.
Well, some people don't care what you giving off. They gonna see. They gonna try at
Yeah,
least one
you
time.
true, true.
They gonna try at least one time, even if they strike out. If that's who you are, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying,
yeah.
as a woman. But are they lost? Because see, I feel like when we talked about this on the backstory, I feel like that woman should have been old enough to know better than to think like that.
Right, right.
Or don't even bring it up. Like, how are you initiating the thing,
Hmm.
but you want somebody to foot the total bill of the follow through?
And that right, and it
If
just
somebody did that to you as a woman, if a man was like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm gonna take you out. We gonna this, we gonna that." I just don't feel like driving, or maybe you drove. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
You would then think that whatever else, sir, you plan to do, that you was gonna take care of that. So, being that she initiated whatever you plan to do, ma'am, I would have. And men don't really get asked out a lot. Men don't get this up. So that would feel like kind of like a bait and switch to me if I
Yeah,
was a man,
fuck yeah.
because it's like, okay, dang, it was sounding like one thing, but then I got here.
Fuck yeah.
Now, what if you would have pulled the old,
You see what I'm saying?
I can't find my wallet? You feel me? Then she would have been all on Instagram. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm saying.
And that was my whole point. It's like the level of disrespect after the situation was just so crazy to me. And
Wow.
I'm not even gonna lie. It was a beautiful thing that where we went to was like right around the corner from where she stayed.
Mhm.
Cause I didn't tell her that she had to walk, but I almost like I was at that. I was at that point. I was at that point where I was getting ready to say it, but she was like, "Well, you know what? Since you want to be like that, then
I
I'm just
just
gonna walk home. You know what,
good for
bitch?
you.
Bye.
Good
Leave my
for
stuff on
you.
the porch."
Get your steps in, baby.
I left my bottle and my shot glass in her house. I'm like, look, I don't even gotta come in the house to get it. I know exactly where you stay. Just leave it right there where we smoked it, and I'm coming to get it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was one of those type of situations. And then she texted me and she was like, life is about opportunities. And you missed out on one.
Ooh.
Motherfucker, what?
You missed this one.
If the opportunity that's presented to me means that I have to come to you, spend my gas money, then go somewhere to where you want to go. I have no input in this, and then I have to pay for everything. If that's the opportunity that I miss, thank God that you let me miss that motherfucking opportunity, because that bitch won't shit. I don't like talking like that, but listen, I call a spade a fucking spade.
So what I think that could be too is a pressurized way to make people date you. Which is not cool either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's still not, even if your want was genuine, or your desire for you, or if your possible potential with you is genuine, you can't trick a man into doing it though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna treat you good once I trick you into getting with me. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying?
And like the whole, what we consider to be courtship, it was the whole courtship. None of it came from me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it wasn't a situation where like I was like, okay, well, I want to holler at her or anything like that. The guy that stays across the hall from me was like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "Why you ask?" He was like, "Because she has the hots for you." I said, "What makes you?" She's like, "She told me." I'm like, "Okay." So I go down there, you know what I'm saying, just to pick up on the vibe. I'm like, I was told something. This right here is how you can get in contact with me if you do want to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it went from there. And like I said, everything was all fine and cool, texting every morning and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The checkups and the check-ins, and then it's like for me to get there and it be the total opposite of everything. Like, listen, lady, listen, lady, and one thing that I was talking about on, I did a live yesterday about the situation, but one thing that I was talking about, KB, I want you to tell me how you feel about this. It's like there's no differentiation between age groups anymore. You got people 20, 30, 40, and 50 acting the same way, doing the same
Yeah.
things, moving the same ways inside of dating, or like inside of relationships. So it's like, how the fuck do we find good people anymore when everybody's acting in the exact same way?
Right. Um, my solution is just retreating into a hermit shell, and whoever finds their way into the wilderness
Mm.
where my hermit village is, then
Mhm.
maybe that's the one. I don't really believe in dating as the scene
Mhm.
presents itself at this point.
I got you.
Um, and just basic alignment. Like, I literally would be have to going along, minding my own business, and the person just drops there into
Mhm.
the lane. Because meeting people or trying to meet people and watching how that's working out is like no. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is a bot. Everybody is like, I don't know. Nothing
Mhm.
and nobody is real, like it used to be.
And
So dating is therefore isn't real.
it's just so crazy that like it's something that this is a conversation that we having, because I feel like when we were growing up, like we actually had healthy depictions of dating, and like I feel like we had healthy dating situations. I mean, even though we were younger, it's like we knew how to move in relationship. Like I've had, I'll say this, like my first high school girlfriend, I was with her for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it had ups and downs, ebbs and flows, but it was just like, okay, we're going to actually we're gonna navigate and maneuver through these things, because yes, we are young and we're still going through life, but it was like we were able to put thought and logic into the situation that we had going on. It's
Mm-hmm.
like nowadays the thought and logic is just gone, and it's like, okay, if you not treating me like what I see, then if you can't treat me like the basketball wives husbands treat them, then motherfucker, you ain't for me. What? Do you know that Basketball Wives is a show about detrimental relationships? But you want somebody to treat you like that. You want Kirk, huh?
Yeah.
Like I don't like, and with you, like I know that it has to be very, very different with you, because like you've been married before, and coming out of a marriage and actually and going off saying that you can't even say that you're doing it, but like looking at the dating scene and like looking at how
Yeah,
things are
looking
going on.
over into the amount of piss that is in the dating pool is
Yeah,
enough to keep me on the side.
I got you. Okay. And like when you like,
It really is.
can you elaborate on that just a little bit? Like,
So all the people that I know that are quote unquote dating right now, nobody knows what they're doing anymore, or either they're unsatisfied, or either people have this front. When you really get it in, when you really get to know these people, they are not who you met on the internet.
true.
I always, like, I told you about a person that we kicked it one time. You know what I'm saying? And just getting to know, totally just cool and free,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But this isn't the same person from the internet, though.
Right.
Not saying that this is bad or wrong, but when you really get to know people on a literal level, there is a disconnect. Like, people, you used to be able to get out and just meet people and vibe. Now it's like that doesn't exist no more.
And I feel like a whole lot of that is because what people consider to be a vibe now too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What we were used to, and how we came up, how we can just go to, like, somebody can just have a party, and we can just go to the party and just vibe out like that. That right there is considered like old shit now.
Okay.
So like if you vibe, and it's like you got to be at some type of block party, you got to be at somebody's brunch, or somebody's this, or
Okay.
somebody's that, in order for somebody to say that you're a vibe. And those are all things that I can say that it's like a social media and TV type hold that's put on a whole lot of these things, because it's like my life has to be viewed in a way that if a camera was on me, it would be
Ooh, it's dope.
entertainment. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I am just so discouraged with it, because it's like every demographic is starting to take out bits and pieces of that. And when I say demographics, I'm talking about as far as age, because that was not the first time that has happened to me with someone older than me, and it's both of them situations has happened this year.
Well, maybe they just hungry.
Man, listen.
But I don't know. They're like, well,
Let me ask you this: do you feel like, okay,
We're both of them food dates. Let me ask you that.
oh yeah, we both went
See,
out. We both
okay,
went
they
out
was
there. We both
hungry.
went
The
out to
host
eat.
is hungry.
The host is hungry. Listen to what you just said. The host.
The host is hungry.
I thought you said the host. Oh my god. I thought you said host, because both of the time they were the host.
No,
They were the host too.
Yeah, the host and the host. The three of
The 3 of
is hungry. So it was the bait and switch into the date or something.
And it's like, I don't have a problem with doing anything nice. I don't have a problem with whining and dining anyone, as long as I know that that's the situation that I'm going into. Like if I go into the situation thinking that I'm gonna be the one that's getting wined and dined, so to a certain extent, I'm not, can't say that I'm not thinking about you, but I'm not thinking about coming out of my pockets.
Yes.
Like that's major for me. And one thing, is like, I guess that these women feel like going Dutch is not a thing anymore. Like,
Yeah.
if we go out, it's your responsibility. No, heifer, it is not. If you invite me, and this
Yes.
right here is my thing, I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this. If you invite me out on a date, it is your responsibility to pay for it, unless you tell me that we're going half. If you hear this and you know this and you ask me somewhere and we get somewhere and then you try to make me pay for it and you invited me, I'm going to flip the table over and you're going to be every raggedy ass bitch in the world in the restaurant. Letting you know that right now. Put your fair warning, fair game. You know that now. I'm very fucking tired.
Y'all not gonna play these dating games no more. You gonna be embarrassed.
Oh, free my dog. These fucking reindeer games. In the words of Musa, and in the words of my boy Masa, these reindeer games. We're not playing reindeer games out here. I'm not Santa Claus. I wasn't here to give gifts. No, that's not me. And one thing that we were talking about, KB, as far as like how these relationship goes and like the things that people actually do in these relationships that are just so questionable and are just so crazy. Can you please tell the people about the post that you made yesterday?
So there was a relationship with two young ladies. One of them was more masculine of the other, or maybe would be called a stud. You know what I'm
Daggone.
saying? Uh, and so over time, the woman had a baby. And so the stud got her name legally put on this child's birth certificate. Time goes on, they break up. But now she is being ordered to pay child support because their name is still on the
Welcome to
birth certificate.
manhood study.
And so the comments, of course, was, "What do y'all think?" When it really ain't about what anybody thinks. Like legally, she can still get child support.
Yes.
Because but my whole thing, why did you voluntarily do that? Why did you do that? Is your need to prove yourself as a man that great that you went so far as to take that step? Or maybe she didn't realize how serious that was. I don't know. But that's a wild move. That's a wild reach. I can say, in the event that I ever entered into a serious relationship, whether it's regards to my kids or their kids, nobody needs to be signing nobody's name over nothing. The kid's name don't need to be changing. Your name don't need to be put on that. I want already on there.
Right.
That you can show your love and you can show up for them kids every single day without it getting messy legally, potentially down the road, which is what's finna happen, because I'm sure the girl is not wanting to pay no child support out her check for this child that is obviously and clearly not hers, and this girl that she do not deal with anymore. That is wild business.
Man, listen, for you to actually say that you want to take the responsibility of someone else and you didn't get to have any other fun in doing that, wow.
I mean, these are studs. Fair to say, some of these studs are some stand-up guys. I give you that. I will give you that.
But to know that the only way that you gonna know what it feels like is to lick the inside of your mouth.
The love is enough. Maybe the love is enough in the relationship. I never really understood it either. However, they showing up. They these kids practices and games. They getting outfits. School start. They teaching these young boys how to drive. Where the dad. I don't hate the stud game. You see what I'm saying? But see how you get burnt trying to play a role. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you have the guys like me who talk to the studs the way I talk to them. Kendra knows how I talk to them, so that's why she's still.
I'm just going.
She's laughing the way she's laughing. Like, I try my best to let you guys know. Like, look, you're still women. You can still like get some satisfaction from where I feel like from where you're really supposed to be getting it from. Because if you look at this situation right here, like I don't feel like it's a situation like a lot of stud women would actually do that right there. And I don't see, me personally, I just don't see it being a commendable thing. Like, okay, like, yeah, rah, I'm dad, so I'm just gonna put my name on the child. I'm just gonna put my name on the birth certificate. Like, no.
Like, you was trying to flex on the real daddy or something.
I mean, I can't say that's what it had to be, but like some of that scenario has to be a part of it, as far as saying like, what was your flex? Like, what was the reason? Love don't make you be a fool. You know what I'm saying? That was a fool move. If, in my opinion, like I've never been in a situation where I can't say that I've never been in a situation where I wasn't a fool behind a woman. Because yes, I have.
Everybody's done it.
I have done that, but I was a fool behind a woman that I can build something with. If that right there was a situation that came about, like I can go downtown and actually get some paperwork and all that. I can file custody, all of that stuff. Like, lady, you can't do any of that. you are, and you, the only legal recourse that you have is that you have to fight to actually get your name
Wow.
off of that and anything like
Yeah,
that. You
and
see
that's
what I'm
still
saying?
gonna cost you
It
money.
and it's
You're
when
gonna
I
lose money regardless
when
now.
I found out, in order for you to actually go to try to get custody for your, or split custody or anything like that, you have to pay for the paperwork. I'm like, this child support and kids is just like, they try to, this is just a legal bullshit ass game that they really have people out here playing, and you signed up for that. You should have talked to your brother.
Uncle or
Like,
somebody.
somebody that has been through that, and like, okay, now they probably would have told you, like, man, shit, child support ain't nothing for you, nothing to play with. Like, I went down there like it sounded crazy, but at the time, like, I was not in a way that I really could pay the child support. Like, I had a record, like, one nobody, and at that time I had a case that was going on. Like, one nobody trying to hire no felon that actually that was, they was looking at another felony charge. So I'm like, I couldn't get no job to actually get this child support paid. So the thought that I had was, okay, if I give up my rights, can I, what is that going to solve? They told me, sir, all you doing is giving them your rights to the child. You just not be able to see the child. You still gonna have to pay for it. I'm like, oh shit! Oh my
Revelation.
god!
They got me.
They got. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So that right there was a big eye opener for me. But it's like, whew, just the things that we feel like are necessary in relationships is kind of crazy these days.
And the degree that we I think the needing of validation
Mm,
from the outside is a problem. Over and over and over, I see people being on their phone too much or being on social media is a problem in a relationship.
most definitely.
Um,
Hmm.
the couple, I don't know if you've seen recently, the couple, the man unalived his wife and then himself after an hour long crash out
I
on
saw that.
Instagram. You
I
know what
did.
I'm
I mean, I
saying?
saw that. I saw somebody repost it, but yeah, I did see that.
This is where relationships are serious, serious, serious. I mean, like they was talking about how they got diagnosed with herpes. Serious things that need to go on in the home is now the relationship norm for it to be posted about. People putting out text messages, screenshots, all of that. You know what I'm saying? As
Mm-hmm.
if what you dealing with won't enough, needing to be justified on social media, needing to be whatever was going on. That whole thing, Lord have mercy. I actually watched it.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
it was a long and it was a mess. It was a
I
mess.
tried to scroll through it a few times, and like you said, it was just, to me, like, we were talking about this before we came on air. Like, I'm just getting tired of, like, seeing the negative narratives always being put in our face. And relationship is one of those things where, like, they always push negative narratives to us.
Mhm.
And
So where are the happy people not making enough content?
that is
Is
that
this what's going on?
I really feel, but like, I will say this, like, it's a couple called the creators,
Uh-huh.
and they are all like, they're always like, every video they make, it's like, it's funny, it's always them, like, in a positive light. It's they bring in these, like, these different scenarios, like how one person would act, and like, it's always like, they, I don't know if you ever be seeing it, but like, she always takes his hoodie though, like, whenever he has a
Uh-huh.
hoodie, she's like, you got a new hoodie? And all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden, it just, the screen will pop, and she'll have it on, and they're
Okay.
like, what? That type of stuff. And it's like, my guy, he has workout videos. His name is Bully Juice. Him and
Mhm.
his wife, they always make positive comment, funny comment. I
That's
like
dope.
watching stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, healthy relationships are always being they always put the healthy pieces of their relationship out for people. They never see them being negative about anything.
Okay.
And what bothers me so much is, like you said, the negativity is what, the arguing, the fussing, the cussing. I saw a dude chasing his girl across the parking lot, and when he swung, she ducked, and he ran right into a car.
I saw that. I've seen that before. That's like a classic. That's a classic viral.
That is just so. It's like, why do you? And then the next time you see them, they're together. Don't mind us. We were just going through this, and every relationship is gonna have its ups and downs. Today, why do people have to see your down moments? Why can't they always see your up? It's like it's not to people say it's real transparency. Like you gotta see it from both ends. No, the next time that I'm in a relationship, you're only gonna see us doing positive things. You'll never see us argue. Never see us fussing. You'll never see me on Facebook like I
Posting
did. Like
screenshots.
you'll never see me on Facebook talking about her the way I was talking yesterday.
I
You're
feel
not
you.
gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but my big point is like, where do you find it? I had a lot of people like it was a lot of comments on that live yesterday. People was like, well, try some dating apps and try this and try that. And one thing that you said, date outside of your normal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
Mhm.
big thing. And I'm like, okay, I thought that's something that I'm gonna do, or you like date outside your type. But if I'm being totally honest, I don't know what my type is.
Okay.
Like
That may be a good thing.
I can see beauty in everything. Like it is such thing as too ugly and too out of shape. And,
Okay.
like I do have those. I do have those in. I have those parameters for myself. But like it's that parameter is very very small.
Mm. I definitely
Very
get
very
it.
small. So it's like what do I do, y'all? And me, I'm not even gonna lie. Me and my pops was having a conversation yesterday, and in our conversation, I'm like, man, my friends are the people that I can say that I probably could rock with somebody. If I had somebody who was like my friends, I'd probably be able to rock with them. Like the Kendras and the Sherrills. And I'm like, I can't talk to them because like our relationships are built off of our
After
friendship.
25 years, it's like you
Yeah.
cousins. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, our relationships are built off of our friendship. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't see it going no further than that. But like I want to like where do you hang out at? Because it has to be somebody who's like
Here's
you.
the thing. I told you about the hermit village in the woods. We don't hang out. We must be found. If you are not on that path in the woods and you don't find that hermit cabin, then that's why we're not that we're it's we're not that we're not even real.
Okay.
We're not. I'm
Okay.
not even right here right now. This
Okay.
is AI. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find, and I think
Girl, you
the
got lost.
authenticity, the authenticity of people that you be wanting is so rare too. You
Mhm.
know, it's not that they ain't out or where they be at. It's one of them in a haystack.
That's okay. All right. All
They
right.
might even be in your vicinity, but it's one in the whole haystack.
It's like shit. It's probably the one that's in that that parameter that I put on.
Yeah, that's what. Listen, I said that's why I be telling myself. I said, yo, your soulmate is probably 600 pounds or light skin or something. Cause you like, what's up? The boat has been missed. You know what I'm saying?
And like it was so many people that were saying like try dating older, and I'm like, okay, these are like these people were older. You know what I'm saying? Try dating younger. Like I've dated younger too. I've dated younger, my age, and like all my life has been like that revolving door as far as like, okay, I can actually be in these places. But my cousin said it yesterday. He was like, at your age, you're at the point where like your your dating pool is very, very large because you can be with someone's daughter or you could be with someone's mom. He was like, so like you have to, it's like navigating through that is how do you do it? You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm not one of the person. I don't want to hop on no dating app. Like it's just matchmaking. You know what I'm saying? That's really. I
Yeah.
feel like that's all they're really trying to do is like, okay, do you like this? Do you like this? You like this? You like this? You like this? Okay, we're trying to try. We're gonna try to find somebody who likes all of these things, and they might like everything you like, but be dumb as a box of fucking
True.
bricks.
I've never done the dating app thing, and I really don't want to because it feels
Mhm.
so not authentic.
Right.
You know.
Hmm. And it's like,
I still believe in paths crossing. If
That's
that's
it.
old
Yes,
fashioned, I
yes,
don't
yes.
know.
I about to say I don't feel like it's old fashioned. I feel like that's just the normal way, or that's like the best way of getting things done to me. It's like if you'll let a computer or these people who probably don't even have a relationship match you up with somebody, and they're doing it just based off trends,
Mm.
it's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's very, very weird to me. That and don't get me wrong, I've heard people say they found the love of their life on Christian Mingle. I
Okay.
found the love of my life on what was the one eHarmony. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That I've seen, like, you see the stories all the time as far as like, okay, I found my person doing it this way. That just ain't no way I want to get it done. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
you.
I felt that's it's
It
easy.
cheapens the experience
Most
almost.
definitely.
I mean,
Most
not necessarily, but I don't know.
it's like, okay, if I put on here I like playing basketball, and she puts on there that she likes playing basketball, and then we get together and I'm like, want to watch a basketball game? I really ain't into it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people will do like I people will do that in order to actually find the quote unquote person they like. Okay, 9 out of 10, if somebody watches basketball, plays basketball, or something like that, it's a type or figure that you actually trying to look that you actually trying to get out of it. So okay,
Hmm.
let me say that this right here is the things that I like. So maybe I can possibly get this stud of a man that I'm trying to get. You
Oh,
see what I'm
okay. I
saying?
ain't even think about it like that. That's sneaky.
My pops tell like I'm 40. I love you. I love being 40. I'm like I'm starting to think about everything and how to maneuver in every single thing and in every single way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And one of the things that he was telling me about, he was like, "Now, how do you feel about like dating as far as like the kid aspect?" We've talked about this before, and what
Hmm.
I said was, it's like me personally, I feel like if I was gonna date someone with kids, that woman probably would either be my age or older. And the reason why I
Hmm.
say it is because my kids are older. I started when I had my first child when I was 19 years old. Had two at the age of 23. They're 21. My daughter be 21, and I got two 16-year olds.
Hmm.
So the probability of me dating somebody younger than me or like right in my same age group, because our age group now are having their first child at 35 and at 40. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
our age group got grandkids and they still having children.
Yeah. So it's like and the reason for that, I was like, Pops, the reason why I say that is because I don't feel like I can really step into a stepfather role or a full time stepfather role when it comes to that.
Hmm.
And he was like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, if you are my age and you got a 7-year old, you got a 6, 7, 8, whatever age it is, you putting them on the school bus and everything like that,
Right.
that's an obligation, you know what I'm
It
saying? And you
is.
not really going and you not going to deal with someone who says I don't want to be a part of that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would have to find somebody that's like, we ain't trying to raise, I ain't trying to raise your kids. You ain't trying to raise my kids. The interaction that we have with all our kids in the same place at the same time is probably going to be very, very minimal.
Hmm.
Um, that's the way I feel like I can rock and roll within a relationship when kids are involved.
Right.
Um, People say, "Well, Jason, do you feel like you can date somebody who doesn't have kids?" I probably could, but it would still have to be someone a little bit older with a mindset of, "Okay, I'm not them kids' mama or anything like that."
Okay.
And nor because me personally, I'm not going to put anybody through a situation. If you young, you 25, 26, 27, but between that 25 to 30 range, and you talking about you trying to date me, you might want to. It's gonna be just for it's benefits only.
Mhm. Okay.
If I'm being totally honest, it's benefits only because
Right.
I'm not making no kids. I'm not having any more kids. I don't see that happening. If I do have another kid, it's gonna be with somebody that I've been with. It's relationship and everything like that. Like
Okay.
I'm building something with that person. Like that 25 to 30. Like if you the minute that you say, well, I'm ready for a baby, get Marcus to do it. Get that person to do it. Well, I want to be with you. How you gonna get that done?
Kids is a deal breaker, definitely
Yeah, how
for
you gonna
me.
make that
Like
happen? Like really,
at
how
this
you gonna
point,
make that happen? So
I
I
hear
don't know. I just feel like like you said, is to piggyback or just copy what you said. Yeah, the dating pool is really is kind of pissy right now, and I don't know me personally. I don't know how to navigate in it, and I don't want to go into the hermit shell either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm at that crossroads in life as far as like how do I maneuver, how do I make things work, how do I try to find people, do I let people and my homegirl Sherelle told me yesterday, ain't nobody whoever if somebody gravitating towards you, you don't do that. Women don't look for a man, you gotta look for her. So I'm like, I guess I gotta broaden my horizons as far as like where I'm looking and how I'm trying to find people. So
Okay. Sounds good.
how you feel?
I feel like the biblical approach of people talk about the story of Naomi and Ruth and everybody brags on Boaz.
Mhm.
But if you watch, she really just did what she was supposed to do from her heart. Taking care of her mother-in-law after all the loss,
Mhm.
going out there in that field that she did everything she was supposed to do and nothing she won't. And the man saw her doing
Got you.
everything she was supposed to do and
Mhm.
nothing she won't.
Got you.
And boom. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's the way I kind of look at it. If you
Mhm.
stay in line, you stay on your street. Everything, if you seek first the kingdom, then all the other things can be added to you.
Say
That's the
less.
money, that's the woman, and that's
Got
the
you.
way I look at it. And that's
Got
why
you.
I enjoy my hermit cabin.
I
Because if
got you.
I continue to do what I'm supposed to do in the way that God gave me to do it, then whatever I'm supposed to have will be there. And if I ain't never supposed to have another man again, I'm still gonna have everything else I'm supposed to have.
Say less.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess I'm going to church Sunday. Oh man. I say I'm glad that we was able to talk about this, and this right here is actually a subject that we actually going to revisit. We got some people that reach out to us and say they actually want to talk about this, and I feel like we need to actually have like different perspectives of that. Like with, like I said, me always being single, like I've never been married, anything like that. You know, so I was engaged, but like we can't count that as being you, Kendra actually being married,
Almost.
and then we have some people that actually have been in a few different types of situations as far as dating and actually trying to get back into this too that have reached out. So we're gonna revisit this. I don't know when that's gonna be, but like I'm glad that people are actually paying attention and actually knowing that okay, these are the things that they want to talk about. So
That's what's
real
up.
good about feeling real good about that. But we're at the end of episode 11. KB, what's going on? How you feeling about it? How you feeling about
Time is balling. Time is just like
it? And like you said, sometimes I feel like time ain't
yeah,
real.
for sure.
Time ain't real, but I will say this: I'm having a good fucking time.
Might as well.
So just like I said, just want to thank everybody for continuing to view the show. The same way that we talk about it in every single show, man. Just want y'all to make sure that y'all interacting with us, making sure that you're commenting, making sure that you comment on the actual show. Um, you can find us on YouTube. You search it Classmates Podcast. It will pop up. It will be most of the time it'll be us actually sitting right here. That's how you actually know what it is. And just looking forward to keeping this thing rocking and rolling, man. It's been a beautiful journey so far, and I'm just gonna continue to put these ties on here because the car is not going to stop. Not going to stop. But with that being said, just want to say thank you to our great host, Mr. Trey Schneider, Next Door
Thank you,
Radio.
thank you, thank you.
Always doing a good job of making sure that we look good and making sure that we sound good is always a beautiful thing. And how you want to end this thing? What you want to say there? Say to the people to end this thing up.
Um, love yourself. Be kind to yourself today. Show yourself some grace.
I'll say this: either go into your hermit crab place or go to church. That bell is ringing. We will holler at y'all next week. Holler
Peace.
at y'all.